What is it? What is this? Is this a new mini bike? Huh? Oh, what is it? It's a new mini bike, huh? Yeah. Oh, you're as excited as I am. And it's a two-stroke. Yeah! It's a two-stroke. Give me one bark for two-stroke. That's not a bark. That was three strokes, not two. Hi everyone. Before we watch this video, I want to say a couple of things. You know, some very polarizing commentary on the last video about the bike, and you know, I understand. Handlebars. Bikes from China. Lock-on grips. Crossbar. Like I said, this bike's got a lot for the money. Alright, let me get the rest of this crate taken apart. So, you know, some people really don't like the idea that this bike is a maybe infringing on intellectual property, the orange, you know, infringing on the orange. I get it, you know, it's not for everybody. Now, in addition to that, you know, a lot of folks commented that, you know, I should have refused it, or I should have demanded my money back, or demanded another bike. Well, there were no other bikes. It was either take this bike or I wasn't going to have one. So I got the bike, you know, in brand new, perfect condition here. I want to say that Gary, the dealer, he sent me all the parts that I needed. Well, we're getting there. Bike is definitely coming together. Found out I'm missing the mounting straps for the headlight. This thing has a really, really nice headlight setup. So it's LED, really sharp, but there's some rubber straps that mount it to the top of the forks. I'm missing them. So we got the frame all fixed up, we got the parts replaced up here, everything's looking really good. So I just got a little bit more. I got to mount the clutch perch. The left side, got to zip tie these wires up. And then once I can get the headlight straps, the mounting straps, then that should take care of that. They've actually, as I was putting the bike together, I was finding that I was missing more things. You know, in the beginning, I didn't know what I was missing. I said it in the last video. I didn't know what I was missing because I didn't know what was supposed to be there. You know, and I'm putting the bike together and things like, I finally take the seat off and there's no battery. You know, I was assuming that the battery was already under there, just not connected. And when I finally got the seat off, found out there's no battery. So I needed a battery. Then one day I'm like, where's the dang key? There was no ignition key. So Gary has sent me so far 3 packages of parts as I've discovered them missing. I feel bad about that, but again, I didn't know what I was missing. I went to put the headlight assembly on, and these rubber straps were missing that hold the headlight assembly on. Now, I didn't know that until the day I went to put this on and said to myself, my KTM had rubber straps. So I went on the Facebook group, asked some guys, and they said, yeah, you're supposed to have 2 rubber straps. So finally, you know, got the bike totally together. He sent me the parts that had gotten scuffed up. You can see Dalen and I did the frame paint there. It's, you know, can't tell it was ever a problem. So everything looks perfect, looks really nice. Got the bike all together, everything. And I was putting coolant in it and kind of tipping it to the side so that I could burp the radiators. And I noticed the front tire went as I was leaning it to the side. And I'm like, what the heck? Now, you'll see in a certain part of this video where I'm really questioning the front wheel and the assembly and how it was bolted on. It didn't look right to me. And then, well, sure enough, it wasn't right.
it turns out that I'm missing the axle and the nut that goes on it. And I just found this out like 2 days ago.
All right, honey. Was this the third try?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get this figured out because we're smart people. Except I have the wheel backwards.
Because the bike had been all together. I hadn't ridden it yet because I was still getting, you know, I've been working on the truck, and this is one of, 512 things that I'm trying to work on. So finally, did the oil change, put the coolant in it, went and got some non-ethanol fuel, mixed up the 2-stroke, put it in the gas tank. All right. Was gonna ride it, and then noticed that the front wheel was wiggly. So I went on the Facebook group again, posted a bunch of pictures, and I said, hey, you guys, how did you guys mount your wheel? And they're like, well, you put the axle through and you thread the nut on. And right then, I knew I was missing more parts. And just like my KTM, had an axle with a nut, and I was missing them. And I just found this out 2 days ago.
You would think when you're putting an axle in that you would have a nut on it, right? And it would tighten everything down. I could have sworn that the KTM did.
And Gary Goodwin from the dealer, he's on that Facebook group, and he jumped right on and said, hey, we'll ship them to you right away. So that was 2 days ago on Saturday. Now today's Monday. I sent him an email. I said, Gary, please ship them as soon as possible. I'm supposed to be at an event that I'm traveling to, and now I'm waiting on an axle and a nut. I'm also waiting to get over this dang chest cold that I've got. There's a cold that's going around the area here in Rochester, and I got it. And I have been coughing and just all kinds of nastiness going on. And you can probably still hear it in my voice. The truck is ready to go, mechanically ready. It's fueled up. Everything's ready to rock.
Just got the air filter oiled up and about to pop it back in. I'll put a little bit of grease around the seal. So this is identical to what was on my KTM. This is the air filter basket. So really, really terrific engineering here. So the bike is 100% complete. Batteries in. I've tested all the electronics. Everything works. Lights, horn, blinkers. I got to mix up some gas and change the oil. I put coolant in, so I just got to change the oil and then put some gas in it, and then it's ready to rip.
So I did just want to, preface the video by letting you guys know that Gary at GPXmoto.com, he's been really supportive, sending me all the parts. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Gary, for trying to get me set up and straightened out here. How about we turn the key on and crank this thing up so you guys can hear it? It's out and it smells so good. 2-stroke smells so good. Oh, it's been years.
Thing out, riding it and clean it out. How you like that smell, Lefty?
As I said, very polarizing commentary on the last video about the bike. Don't mean any offense to anyone. Just for me, this is the bike, the right bike, I think, for me right now. It's gonna really satisfy an itch I have to tinker with things and have something that's performance oriented, stylish. This is rated at, I think it's right around 40 horsepower. Really excited to get out ripping. I've got it registered. I swapped over my plate from the last bike, so it's insured and registered. I got the plate on the back, so it's street legal, ready to rock. Really excited about it. So the saga of the bike, net result once this axle and nut shows up is that I'll have fully functional as new motorcycle. Other than the stress of the shipping damage and all of this continued parts having to be shipped here, I'm really happy about the bike. I mean, when I first cranked it up to start it, it started almost instantly, you know. So these are tried and true engines, so I'm really excited to have the bike. Again, I really appreciate that the dealer was supporting me. And when I'm out in Utah next time, I'm going to stop at his shop and meet Gary and Jeff and say hey to those guys and show them the bike that rose from, not the dead, but rose from not the greatest start. So I look forward to meeting those guys. So thanks everybody for watching the video. I just wanted to update you guys and let you know where the bike stands right now. It's going to be on the back of the truck here soon, hauling down the interstate. So if you see us go by and you see this beautiful bike on the back, beep your horn and wave. Everyone, thanks for watching. Everybody take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all again really soon.